双方积极落实中美两国元首通话重要共识，充分发挥中美经贸磋商机制作用，在相互尊重、平等协商的基础上，就 TikTok 等双方关注的经贸问题进行了坦诚、深入、建设性的沟通。
I would like to first ask Mr. Li Chenggang to make a briefing.
关于 TikTok 问题，中方一贯反对将科技和经贸问题政治化、工具化、武器化，绝不会以牺牲原则立场、企业利益和国际公平正义为代价，寻求达成任何协议。本次会谈，双方围绕 TikTok 及中方有关关切进行了坦诚、深入的交流，就以合作方式妥善解决 TikTok 相关问题，减少投资障碍，促进有关经贸合作等，达成了基本框架共识。
TikTok through cooperation on reducing barriers to investment and on promoting
美方泛化国家安全，不断扩大对中国实体的制裁清单，长臂管辖的手越伸越长，这是典型的单边霸凌行径，有违国际法和国际关系的基本准则。中方对此坚决反对，并在会谈中向美方提出了严正关注。
And also, do you expect any other consensus in other areas?
So when
as you know, right now we have a 90-day pause in effect with respect to U.S. tariffs on China and Chinese severe controls on rare earth minerals. We have been renewing that pause periodically. The current pause is set to expire November 10th. We're certainly open to considering further action there. If the talks continue in a positive direction, the United States is receiving rare earths much better than they were before. However, there's still work to be done there.
Meeting in between President Xi Jinping and Trump in the near.
I think the framework is for it to switch to U.S.-controlled ownership. But again, I'm not going to get ahead of the leaders' call on Friday. We have a framework. They'll have to confirm the deal.
Did you also discuss about purchasing Russian oil?
We discussed the poor timing of the NVIDIA investigation the day of these talks.
If the talks continue in a positive direction, the United States is receiving.
Well, anti-money laundering is different than the importation of precursor drugs. The money laundering is the result of fentanyl sales, and both the People's Republic of China's government and the U.S. government and citizens are hurt by the money laundering. The money laundering cadres are actually the offspring of groups that are evading China's capital controls, and they have now morphed into money laundering for the Mexican drug cartels. So we discussed ways that we could work together, and the Chinese delegation was very keen to work with us. It was an area of extreme agreement.
What about the severe controls of minerals? We have been renewing that pause periodically.
That I'm respecting the Fed's quiet period, which they have before every meeting, and so it's convenient for me to be here. So no current Fed officials are interviewed during the Fed quiet period.
We have a stronger economic tie with China.
To be able to come, sit down, quickly identify the issues, narrow them down to a very granular spot, and be able to come to a conclusion subject to the leader's approval, I mean, that is remarkable. I mean, U.S.-China negotiations tend to go on for months and years without results, but I have to say, too, that President Trump played a role in this. We had a call with him last night. We had specific guidance from him. We shared it with our Chinese counterparts. And without his leadership and the leverage he provides, we would not have been able to conclude the deal today.
It was a very broad-ranging discussion. We gave them an update on the state of the U.S. economy, which is going very well thanks to President Trump. We received their views on trade, the European economy, and how the Spanish-U.S. relationship can be strengthened. We were told that Spain is opening a trade office in Houston, Texas, which we were very happy about.
And we talked about Spain and how the United States has a trade surplus with Spain, which is a hallmark of a good, healthy trade relationship, so we commended them for that.